Namaste, it's Ruby with Wholeness Balance. I am here today to bring you a timeless reading for the collective from the Crystal Mandala Oracle. I have already shuffled and cleared and asked for the message that serves us in our greatest and highest good right here, right now. The card that I received for the collective from the Crystal Mandala is card number 46, Goddess Kali, Black Obsidian. So it's a protective energy. It says Sacred Revolution. Sacred Revolution. Now, what I'm feeling is authenticity, is truth, but deep truth, soul truth, true self-truth, right? Being the change that you want to see in the world, or at least guided to, right? Take what fits, apply what resonates, and let go of what doesn't. Fours are our foundation. 6 represents balance, harmony, and love. Together they equal 10, endings and new beginnings. That can be very overwhelming. It can come in the form of a very extreme challenge, or it can come in the form of a very beautiful blessing. Either way, the end result change is the evolution of your experience, right? So I'm going to read to you what the message says, because in this book, it is a healing book. It is for soul journeying and awareness. So know that anything that you come to on my page is always built on the intention to bring you consciousness, awareness, self-healing, whatever it is that you need. Again, this is a timeless reading, and when you are guided to it, you stumble on it unnecessarily, right? There's just, you're guided, okay? So just be here, be present, and hear me, okay? Thank you for being here. I want to take a moment and say thank you for being here. If this video is of any help to you or anybody else that you can think of, please by all means share. Sharing the information is how we can spread the awareness of consciousness and heart-centered being. So thank you for being. Namaste. All right, so 46, Goddess Kali and Black Obsidian. Sacred Revolution. We bring you the empowerment of sacred revolution. Resolution comes when a cycle of authority or power is ending. It has become inadequate for the task of leadership now required, and a new order must be established in its place. It is not simply a chapter within a book drawing to a close, but an entirely new book, perhaps an entirely new genre, opening up according to divine will unfolding. In such cases, subtle change is not going to cut it. You need radical action to bring about the new order. That new order may be in your world or in your being. When revolution is sacred, the new order will be that which allows you to become more of yourself to successfully attain your spiritual goals. Kali is a goddess not known for her subtlety. In the spiritual tradition from which she originates, she is called on in times of war when demons seem to be getting the upper hand. She is the only warrior determined and vicious enough to destroy the destroyers. She is unstoppable, except for when divine consciousness tells her that her job is done. Her appearance masks a time of sacred revolution that cannot be stopped until it has come to a successful completion. The nature of revolution is the overthrowing of an existing hierarchy of control that replaces it with a new one. Usually there is a philosophical and political purpose behind the process, and that often involves forcibly overcoming an exploitative abuse of power by those in positions of authority. However, revolution without a sacred component to it won't necessarily result in transformation or healing. There may be change. Different political parties could come to power, for example, but often enough, it will be a case of the same problems with different preparators. What sets aside a revolution as sacred is when it comes at a time when genuine transformation rather than superficial change is possible. Change takes courage. We have to be willing to let go of what we have known and bear uncertainty, whilst we explore new possibilities and eventually evolve into a new way of being. Even with that willingness, that there are times when a pattern of the past has become so lodged in the psyche that gentle evolution is not possible. You could imagine it like a person screaming in unnecessary panic. You may try talking to them to in soothing tones, but if they are about to jump in a car and drive away, putting themselves and others in mortal danger, then a sharp slap might be in order to snap them out of hysteria and into the present moment. It's extreme, but it's helpful and necessary. In our inner world, the hysteria and panic might relate to letting go of a relationship we believe is our life raft, when in truth, if we keep holding on to it, it's going to pull us right over the edge, off the cliff, down a life-ending waterfall. Or perhaps it is a way of relating to power based in fear rather than loving empowerment. No matter how hard we try, we just can't seem to give up our attachments to feeling in control. Or we are so attached to life to the life we have known, we aren't willing to fly free from the nest, stretching our wings and discovering our destiny. Where gentler methods aren't effective and divine timing requires change to happen now, sacred revolution is invoked. Kali may stomp into your life and kick you out of the nest so that you realize you can fly. She may rip the life raft out of your hands, causing you to splutter temporarily until you stand up and realize you can just walk safely out of the ramping river. Or she may knock the control freak dominating your mind on the head and set up her own temporary divine dictatorship where she simply repeats, love yourself and let go, until you do just that. When the oracle of sacred revolution comes to you, you can be sure that you and your life are going to change. You and your life are going to change. It might feel as if your hand is forced, or even if you are choosing to go with the process, that it is wild and out of your control. It will be. But that doesn't make it unloving or unsafe. When revolution is sacred, it is divine love realigning your life. And although there will probably be chaos, you can be sure that the new order eventually imposed will be worth it. Viva la revolución, the healing process. To integrate this guidance, you may like to say this invocation now. I call upon the crystal angel of black obsidian and goddess Kali, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing, empowerment, and sacred revolution. May I be given the intelligence and courage I need to surrender into sacred revolution through divine grace. May divine mercy protect me as a divine power liberates me. Through my free will, so be it. Okay. And another step that you can do. You don't have the card, okay? So I know that you can't do this step. I'm going to skip over to the very bottom. So what you can say in prayer, just bow your head, put your hands in a prayer position, right? May divine love bring mercy to the process of sacred revolution. May all authorities serve divine compassion and unconditional love, so all beings may be happy and free, according to divine grace, mercy, and unconditional love, and in service to the divine feminine wisdom evolving through humanity at this time, so be it. Okay, and so now, if you just repeat this following saying 3 times, it will complete the healing process, okay? You're going to need to say this 3 times, so I'll say it with you, okay? I bow to the divine power of sacred revolution, restoring love as the highest authority. I bow to the divine power of sacred revolution, restoring love as the highest authority. One more time. I bow to the divine power of sacred revolution, restoring love as the highest authority. And so it is. All right, that is our reading for today. I hope this has brought you wisdom, confirmation, or whatever it is that you need. I send you love, light, wholeness. Namaste.